Hey Alex, let's take a couple of minutes and let's take a look at this the back wall situation with your fireplace. First of all, this is a very old prefab fireplace. Dates the house, I'm sure. And back in those days, and this appears to be a Majestic fireplace. They used what we would characterize in the business as patio blocks. These are 2 inch thick, 12 inch by 12 inch or 1 foot square blocks of concrete, and so they're dry stacked in here. And the reason they're dry stacked is because you're using a combination of materials. You're using metal, which expands and contracts with heat, and you're using a masonry product, which is very rigid and doesn't do that expansion and contraction. So you can't cement this. In other words, you see they're dry stacked, which means there's these seams everywhere, and this is just an extension, this crack of a seam. In other words, that's all there is to it. You can't cement it. You can't repair it. I mean, you could repair it, right? We could put a cement patch over it, and it would look fine until you went to use it. And then when you use the fireplace, the metal's going to expand and contract. There'll be some shifting in here, and the cement would just drop right back out. So it's a useless repair. Now we do replace back walls, and let's take a look at a typical prefab fireplace in parts. Uh, we do order panels like this. This is a more modern fireplace. These are 3/4 inch poured refractory panels, and they have a brick pattern in them. And they do wear out or break out from time to time from heavy use, people throwing wood in there. And so we do replace these panels. And in these modern fireplaces, you can actually do that. You can replace these panels. But you'd be hard pressed to find these. You'd have to find them perhaps online, and or custom poured, or perhaps you could use a patio block in there. I recommend none of those things. I recommend that you leave it alone. It's not causing any problem. What's behind there? Here's a typical prefab fireplace. This is one that was in our library of projects over the years, and I've been doing this for 37 years. But anyway, we took the panels out so that the customer could see that it's an all-metal firebox. The panels are actually protecting the metal, but in a situation like this, there's no heat that's going to get into these cracks or these seams, right? That's going to cause any problems with the metal. So my recommendation is to leave it alone. Now, if it does in 10 years, it falls apart, or there's some other issue here, or chunks apart or whatever from throwing wood in there, then we can revisit that. Perhaps a modern panel, perhaps like this has a herringbone pattern in it. These are 3/4 inch panels. Perhaps a modern panel could be retrofitted in that, or perhaps a custom block could be made, or perhaps a patio block could be used, because after all, that's all they are. These aren't even it's not even refractory cement. It's just good old cement. These days we use manufacturers use refractory cement, which is a heat tempered cement in here. So I hope that's helpful. That's why my recommendation is to leave it alone. It's absolutely not causing you any problems. Like I say, 10 years down the road, maybe a situation, but at least for now, it's not, and there's really no value to you to replace it. So hope that's helpful. Give me a call with questions. Thank you. Bye bye.